Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, October 22nd, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, in my humanness, I find balance. And we're in the last day of Sun in Libra. The Sun is going to shift into Scorpio tomorrow at 10:47 a.m. And so, Pacific time. So we're finding those last lessons of Libra. You know, the last day of a Sun in a sign, it's like, I always liken it to kind of like final exams. You get to be tested on your Libra lessons, or whatever the sign is, in this case, the Libra lessons. And Libra lessons, it's, has many different places to look at. Balance, justice, beauty, pleasure. One of the things that comes up for me around Libra, where my Libra energy is in my chart, I get a lot of perfection energy from Libra. And I think that is like the beauty aspect, the pleasure, beauty aspect of it, and wanting to bring that balance into the world. And just before I started, something just filtered right into my head around perfection. And that is that perfection isn't possible because perfection is relative. It's always relative to what somebody thinks perfection is. Even your own view of perfection, what you may think is perfection is not perfect to somebody else. And so this is why we find in our humanness, in our own human path, we find our balance. We find our way. We find, the balance of us in the world. And so that's kind of your energy today, is finding that balance by being true to you, not being true to, I got to get all these things done, not being true to, like, what's fair in the world, being true to you, what feels good, and getting into that energy. And we have some supportive energy with the moon in Aquarius, helping us rebel against perfection and embrace our authentic energy. And we start the day with the moon in Aquarius connecting to Uranus. And so anytime that happens, take care of your nervous system, because it can be it's so vibrational. It's so electric in nature, so it can stimulate. It'll stimulate your mind. It'll stimulate all those neurons firing around, ideas and everything. And this is going to be happening while we're sleeping. So if you find yourself awake in the middle of the night, jot those things down that are coming up. Get it out. You might have to shake the sillies out so you can go back to sleep. But we start off the day with that brilliance. And then we have Mercury in Libra, connecting to Pluto in Capricorn at 13 degrees. This is a square, so squares show us our resistance. So this may be resistance to the parts of ourselves that are less than perfect, that idea of perfect again. Mercury in Libra may be stimulating what that idea of perfect is. It's at 13 degrees, so we have that Uranus connection again that wants us to shake out of it and embrace the authentic self in that energy. The sun and the moon are then going to connect. So much air energy, so much mental energy today. And sometimes to be open to your balance, you have to fall into balance. Sometimes you have to fall apart into your balance. So just allow that. Look and see where are you out of balance. Sometimes you're out of balance in the place where you think that you're the most in balance. Like, I've got all of this done. And meanwhile, your body's screaming, please feed me, please feed me. That's part of the balance. And there is so much body energy coming up with that Virgo energy that we have with Jupiter and Venus and Mars all hanging out, holding space in Virgo. So listening to your body is a big part of the balance. The two final things I want to talk about before I get to the cards, we have Saturn. Saturn has reached 3 degrees, which is the degree of expansion. Saturn's going to be moving out soon of its shadow and really start getting those lessons down. It's going to go over my sun. So yay, my lessons. But Saturn at 3 degrees is encouraging us to open. So as you're finding your balance, open to whatever lessons, open to your less than perfect nature, and totally embrace that in this balance, and just see what kind of beauty and pleasure that can bring. Final thing, moon into Pisces in the evening. So moon into Pisces is going to be escorting the sun into Scorpio tomorrow. So water energy is coming in to bring some balance to all this mental energy, to bring some flow, to bring your intuition in again, to this meet this mind energy. So pay attention. Your dreams are going to be talking to you. I dreamt about making Thanksgiving dinner last night. I'm preparing energetically in dream world for the task ahead. The moon in Pisces also. Pisces loves to flow, and I think Pisces can be an energy that can really show up unapologetically as itself. So the moon in Pisces is helping us in those last few hours of Sun in Libra before it shifts tomorrow. The moon in Pisces will be helping us in our flow unabashedly. So the cards for today, let's start with this one. Clinging to the past. It's funny, I think Nikki just pulled that one yesterday. Clinging to the past. All my cards just fell. Clinging to the past. The past ideas of perfection, the past ideas of the should and shouldn't that are throwing you out of balance, that are keeping you from balancing who you really are. So it's like, there's the sky out there. There's where you want to be. There's all that beauty. And here you are, trapped in here, clinging to that past. Thinking, this is how I've got to be. I grabbed my other cards that just fell. This is how I have to be. Universe is saying, take a little time for aloneness. Take some time. Who are you? Who are you? Figure that out. Bring awareness so you can find that balance. It takes awareness to bring in that balance. And it takes letting go. Letting go of the ideas of perfection, because that's all perfection is. It's an idea. It is an abstract idea, a very abstract idea, because who knows what perfect is. Anyways, that is it for today. Have a beautiful last day of Sun in Libra, and I'll see you tomorrow for Sun in Scorpio. Namaste.